At 94, Clint Eastwood finally speaks candidly about John Wayne, a towering figure whose influence shaped an entire era of cinema. Eastwood, born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, rose from humble beginnings to become an enduring Hollywood icon. Growing up during the Great Depression, he experienced economic hardship that instilled resilience and self-reliance, traits that would later define both his screen persona and personal ethos. Over decades, Eastwood evolved from a television cowboy to a filmmaker of international renown. His reflections on Wayne highlight a broader conversation about legacy, mentorship, and the shifting nature of the Western genre in American culture. Early life and formative years. Clint Eastwood's early years were marked by frequent moves and financial instability, typical of families navigating the Great Depression. His father worked as a steel worker and his mother served as a secretary, instilling in him the value of hard work from a young age. Eastwood developed a love for music, learning piano and trumpet, while also excelling in athletics and outdoor activities, and these pursuits led to early jobs, including lifeguarding and attending Seattle University. The challenges of his upbringing, combined with creative and athletic outlets, shaped Eastwood's self-discipline, work ethic, and ability to endure adversity, qualities that would become central to his later performances as a rugged, independent protagonist. Breakthrough in television and spaghetti westerns. Eastwood's breakthrough came in 1955 with a small role in the TV series Rawhide, marking the start of his rise in Hollywood. While television offered visibility, it was his 1960s role in Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars, 1964, For a Few Dollars More, 1965, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966, that cemented his status as an international star. His portrayal of the silent, morally complex man with no name transformed the Western hero archetype. Eastwood's stoic presence, paired with Ennio Morricone's iconic scores, redefined the genre, introducing a grittier, more morally ambiguous vision that contrasted sharply with the sanitized American westerns popularized by figures like John Wayne. From Western star to action icon. Following the Dollars trilogy, Eastwood expanded beyond spaghetti western, becoming the embodiment of tough, uncompromising masculinity in the Dirty Harry series. Beginning in 1971, his portrayal of Inspector Harry Callahan, a relentless San Francisco detective, solidified his image as a hard-nosed action star. With the memorable tagline, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" Dirty Harry became a cultural touchstone. The franchise spanned 5 films, each building on Eastwood's reputation for embodying characters with moral complexity, pragmatism, and a readiness to confront danger head-on. Through these roles, Eastwood's appeal extended globally, bridging his Western past with contemporary urban narratives of justice and vigilantism. Expanding genre horizons in the late 1970s and 1980s, Eastwood demonstrated remarkable versatility, taking on drama, action, and even comedy. Films like The Gauntlet, 1977, Every Which Way But Loose, 1978, and Escape from Alcatraz, 1979, showcased his ability to balance humor, suspense, and grit. These projects allowed him to explore facets of his craft beyond the archetypal lone cowboy or streetwise detective. Eastwood's ability to pivot between genres not only sustained his career but also challenged the industry's tendency to typecast stars. By blending toughness with nuanced characterization, he proved that his presence on screen could be both dynamic and enduring, setting the stage for his emergence as a filmmaker of substance. Transition to directing. Eastwood's artistic vision expanded behind the camera. Beginning with his directorial debut, Play Misty for Me, 1971, a suspenseful thriller about a radio DJ stalked by an obsessive fan. The film's success demonstrated his keen eye for pacing, tension, and character-driven storytelling. Subsequent projects such as The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976, a western exploring vengeance and redemption, further established Eastwood as a director capable of blending action with profound thematic depth. By the 1990s, he had solidified his reputation as a filmmaker of vision, seamlessly transitioning between genres while retaining a distinctive style characterized by minimalist dialogue, muted tones, and morally complex narratives. Peak achievements and critical acclaim. Eastwood reached the pinnacle of his directorial career with Unforgiven, 1992, a revisionist western that challenged traditional portrayals of violence and heroism. The film won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, signaling a turning point in his career. Unlike his earlier action-focused work, Unforgiven offered nuanced storytelling and a deep meditation on the consequences of violence, solidifying Eastwood's status as a masterful filmmaker. Subsequent films such as Mystic River, 2003, $1 Million Baby, 2004, Flags of Our Fathers, 2006, and Gran Torino, 2008, demonstrated his versatility, combining intimate character studies with large-scale historical narratives. Influence on American cinema. Clint Eastwood's contributions to cinema extend far beyond box office success. His minimalist style, gritty realism, and morally complex storytelling have influenced generations of filmmakers. Eastwood consistently foregrounds character-driven narratives, exploring themes such as masculinity, personal responsibility, and the human consequences of violence. By crafting flawed protagonists who grapple with ethical dilemmas, he has offered audiences an unflinching view of human nature. His work resonates globally, not only shaping the Western genre, but also redefining expectations for narrative cinema, demonstrating how simplicity in dialogue and precision in visual storytelling can achieve profound emotional impact. Political engagement and personal philosophy. Beyond his cinematic legacy, Eastwood has engaged in public life, serving as mayor of Carmel-by-the-Sea, California, from 1986 to 1988. His political stance emphasizes personal freedom, limited government, and individual responsibility, reflecting a pragmatic conservatism shaped by life experience. These principles resonate with the characters he often portrays, self-reliant, principled, and decisive. Eastwood's personal philosophy, intertwined with his cinematic persona, highlights a continuity between his real-world values and his screen heroes. By balancing artistry with civic engagement, he demonstrates that Hollywood figures can influence culture and society beyond entertainment, shaping ideas about leadership, morality, and independence. Reflecting on John Wayne for decades, fans wondered whether Eastwood felt overshadowed by John Wayne, a figure whose larger-than-life persona defined the Western genre for earlier generations. Now in his 90s, Eastwood has openly acknowledged Wayne's influence, recognizing his contributions to filmmaking while noting philosophical differences in their approaches. Wayne's iconic presence, moral clarity, and audience appeal set a benchmark that Eastwood both admired and expanded upon. This reflection underscores the continuity and evolution of the Western genre. While Wayne embodied traditional heroism, Eastwood explored moral ambiguity, showing how each generation builds upon and reinterprets the work of its predecessors. Legacy and enduring impact. Clint Eastwood's reflections on John Wayne illustrate not only professional respect, but also the broader transformation of cinematic storytelling. The Western has evolved from a simple morality tale into a nuanced exploration of human nature, and Eastwood's career embodies that shift. His achievements in acting and directing, coupled with his engagement in cultural and political discourse, leave an indelible mark on American cinema. As he continues to work in his later years, Eastwood's legacy, intertwined with the influence of figures like Wayne, ensures that both men's contributions will resonate for generations, shaping the understanding of heroism, storytelling, and cinematic artistry. Conclusion: A life in cinema. Clint Eastwood's journey from a struggling young actor in the Bay Area to one of the most influential filmmakers of all time is a story of resilience, adaptability, and enduring creativity. His acknowledgement of John Wayne speaks to a shared respect among Hollywood legends, highlighting the mentorship and inspiration that underpin cinematic history. Eastwood's multifaceted career as actor, director, producer, and civic leader reflects an unyielding commitment to exploring complex human experiences. Through his films, performances, and reflections, he has left a lasting imprint on both the Western genre and global cinema, ensuring that his and Wayne's legacies will continue to influence filmmakers and audiences for decades to come.